We out. Made it to the hotel room. Nice little thing. I just ordered some food. We had not a crazy issue, but it was a little bit of a delay with the Uber getting here. The airport is down the street, 5-minute walk, but the train station was about 16 kilometers away, so it was like 20, 30 minutes. And the first Uber driver wouldn't do it, and then the second one agreed to do it for 40 euro. So that's what I went with, and I'm here. So I'm exhausted. The train was not bad. It wasn't too comfy, but I mean, whatever. We're here, and tomorrow afternoon, we leave for Normandy. So that's exciting. I'm leaving here at 10 o'clock. It's 09:40 right now. So I'm just packing everything up, and we're gonna leave Zagreb, head to the airport, and get on our flight to France. We're out. Still don't know how to work this. Everything's off now. Here we go.
Remain seated and pull down firmly on the mask to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your mouth and nose.
This is the room. It's actually pretty nice. It's a little small. I get to duck. I hit my head on that last night. Coming in, I got here around like 11 o'clock, so I was like just crash mode. So tired, and I didn't record much of Paris because it was crazy. I almost missed my train, and it was just like it was insane. I was not expecting it to be like crazy like that on a Sunday, so rushed to the next train and made it. So we're here now. Gonna drink this coffee and then wash some clothes, and then we're gonna go see some shit today. So it's gonna be fun. This is my view from my little window here. I'm excited to see what the city has to offer, and then I think either tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm gonna pack my bag and head towards Juno Beach, and maybe get another Airbnb there or a hostel, just for like a night or two, chill out. Con is just kind of a headquarters for me, I guess you could say. I'm gonna leave most of my shit that I don't need to bring with me here, and then tour to the beachheads and hit some like historically significant spots from the war. That's the plan. So it's gonna be a good week. So this is the process right now. There's no washer in here, which isn't the end of the world. I don't really care. But basically just take a bar of soap, rinse it, and then gonna dry it somewhere. I haven't really fully thought about that yet. My plan is maybe just to hook this chair up with a towel and then flick that on, but I don't know. Just went to the Con Museum. It was all right. It was pretty cool. I think it was a good start to the trip. The museum is pretty cool. There's some cool things there. So glad I went, and I think I'm gonna try to hit Juno Beach tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to go get internet somewhere because there's no internet in my house, and look at buses and Airbnbs just to get down to Juno Beach, because it's about a 10-minute, 20-minute drive. I don't have a car, so I gotta figure out a bus to get there. Okay, just got back to the apartment from the museum. I'm kind of just figuring some stuff out, like booking Airbnbs for Juno Beach. I'm in a bit of a tough situation here, I guess you could say, because I don't have a driver's license and I can't rent a car, so it's hard for me to get places I want to go. Like I want to go check out Omaha Beach, but the train, I don't know. I'm having some tough times figuring out buses and stuff like that, but this is my first time solo traveling, so, and I know I'll be back here in Normandy. I know I will one day, but I bought this beer. I got recommended. It's called Kronenberg, and it's a French beer, and we're gonna try it, see how it is. That's really good. I like that. Pretty crazy to think 2,000 tons of bombs were dropped on this city. Somehow these are still up. It's pretty crazy. That's all I can think about when you're walking down. Like some really crucial parts of the war happened here in Caen, in the Battle of Normandy. So this is pretty cool. I'm just trying to take it all in right now, as you can tell. We're just on the way to this other church, but there's some sort of memorial over here, so we're gonna go check it out. I don't know what it is, but this is a memorial for the Battle of Verdun, and it's obviously been here since the war. Look at all the, wow, this is insane. The Battle of Verdun was fought not too far from here, actually, so this is insane. Still damage from the war. That's insane. And it's just right here. I think there's some names there. I don't know if I'm supposed to walk here, so I'm not gonna walk up, but some names over there. Probably casualties from the French during the war. This is insane. Wow. None of you guys know, Caen was a very, very important city. It was vital during the D-Day operations, both for the Germans and the Allies. This is a city that had various road junctions and railways that just connected all through Normandy. It was very important to the Allies to capture this as soon as possible. So, you can still see remnants of the war right here as well. Some bullet holes. This poor church. I think it's abandoned. The windows are smashed out, but still some crazy small arms fire right there, all over the place. Standing in the exact spot where a famous photo was taken. That's insane. It's crazy walking through the streets. Like, there's some buildings that are still standing, but most of the city, like I said, it was destroyed, just leveled. It wasn't until the 1960s they started rebuilding. So it's insane to see the original buildings. There's houses here that people live in with shrapnel damage and bullet holes still. It's insane. What an insane city, man. I can feel the energy just walking down each street. You just have to realize, like, there's a lot of action down here. A lot of people lost their lives. would be here on the 19th of July, 1944, that the British 3rd Division, alongside the Canadians, liberated Caen. As far as I know, this church is abandoned now, but you can still see there's small arms fire and lots of shrapnel damage from the bombs that fell on here. All right, so I just finished packing for leaving for Juno Beach tomorrow. I have to be at the bus stop by probably 7:30 because the bus leaves at 7:58, I think. So I want to be there as early as I can and not have another Paris incident. So we should be at Juno Beach by 8:55. That's what it says on the app. So I'm excited. We're all packed. It is 7:20. Gonna leave here in like 10 minutes, head down to the station. It's a 5-minute walk, so it's not far, but yeah, here we go. Big journey. Lieutenant Atkins and the men of the Royal Canadian, or Royal Winnipeg Rifles, were the ones that stormed this pillbox position here. And he was shot in the helmet, but they were still able to capture the building with grenades and small arms. This is insane. It's one thing, like, when I'm home, I'm watching documentaries and stuff, and then when you're actually like standing right where all of it happened, it's just like, I made it here to Juno Beach, currently in Mike Green's sector. This is unreal. With the 5 different invasion beaches on June 6th, everyone knows that Omaha Beach was obviously the deadliest, but what a lot of people don't know is that Juno was the second. Currently standing on top of another bunker. I think there's a machine gun nest right here. This looks like probably for an MG42 or 34. This is crazy. So long ago that the sand has basically just pushed everything under or just disoriented the bunkers over time, so they're not the same as they were in the 40s. This memorial here is for General Charles de Gaulle, who is the commander of the Free French Forces, and I think this memorial is here because he landed here on the 14th of June, I think. Churchill landed on H-hour on June 6th with the Canadians, and it was stopped 100 meters inland. I can really feel the history just walking through all this. This is getting off the boats too in your wools and walking through that water and under fire as well. It's crazy. What? allowed to go in here without a guided tour. I'll just stick my camera. Oh, it's a mortar. Oh, it's for a mortar. Oh my gosh. What? That's insane. I may be mistaken, but I think this picture here is of that bunker right there. I think. I'm not 100% though. So just went to the Juno Beach Museum, and it was pretty good. There was like they had like a movie on, and it showed a bunch of footage I've never seen before too. And it kind of made me tear up a bit. It was pretty cool. So we're gonna walk into the town of Coors now. We're just gonna tour around and see a bunch of different historical sites here on Juno Beach. So here we go. This is the next bunker. It's called STP-31, I believe. And I think we can actually go inside of this. Okay. Lots of graffiti. I hate to see the graffiti, fortunately. We're gonna check it out. What the fuck? Oh my god. Wow. This is unbelievable. This is crazy. Just picture the view the Germans have here. This is insane. I'm speechless right now. I can't even talk. This is crazy. Wow. This is insane. Oh, they're really small. This is insane, man. What? I can't believe this. That's an actual German bunker. Oh my gosh. I mean, you always hear about how these were unpenetrable, but like standing in front of it now, you just see how thick the concrete is. And just insane. Nothing's getting through that. The Canadians were able to flank and hit most of the bunkers from behind, I believe. There's a bunker up here with a gun still in it that we're gonna go check out. And an M10 tank destroyer actually got behind it and managed to put around and take out the crew, I think. So we're gonna head towards that. I think it's over here. So Juno Beach is a 5-mile long side of the invasion sector. Lowland, sandy with dunes, and inside the town there's a seawall, a very large seawall that was a big obstacle for the Canadians and the British. We have one of the DD tanks from June 6, or what the Canadians call them, the Donald Duck tanks. I guess this is a real one. A bunch of different plaques from different regiments, I guess. How cool is that? That is so cool. Right here in the town square of Samar, I believe. I think I just butchered the name again, but I don't know. It's still pretty cool. Way over there, which I'm walking to right now, is where the famous first house was liberated by the Canadians, called the Canada House. And then we just came from the Juno Beach Museum, which is all the way over there. So I mean, just the scale. You get a really good idea of the scale of this invasion. Huge. Once the landing beaches were secured by the British and the Canadians, this is the type of fighting that was going on. Long farmland, open areas. There was a lot of tank combat around Caen, and the Americans were dealing with the bocage, which was the thick thick brush and the thick hedgerows of Normandy. You see a lot of that, but what you don't see is a lot of this. Starting to hit these sand dunes again. You can see how much of a trouble this would be to work around. The Germans could be dug in here, firing onto the Canadians and the British troops. It's a very hard situation that the Canadians and the British had to face here on June 6th. It's a very important piece in Canadian history right here. That is unbelievable. Distance, there's a German bunker, and I see another machine gun bunker there as well. Just the amount of firepower these guys were under, and they were still able to take this. Heroes, man. Absolute heroes. Standing at one of the German Tobruks, MG position. It's obviously filled in now. I believe this is WN-28 bunker, and this was seized or captured by the Queen's Own Rifles. Look at the view you have from here too. If you look down here, guys, still visible small arms fire. It's all over the place still. Just crazy. Everything was just shot to hell. This is the bunker we came from, WN-28. It says there's a shell impact on the side of the bunker still visible too, and I can see it from here. Look at that. The shell is still there. Look at that. That is unbelievable. Look at that, guys. The shell was shot from somewhere over there, maybe a tank or something. You can just picture the armada of ships all sailing down the English Channel, and the landing craft's coming in. That's all I see when I look. These Tobruks were a very formidable defense position. They gave the MGs a 360 view of what was going on the beach. This is part of the seawall here. It's not as high as it was in 1944, just because the water levels and the sand has moved up quite a fair bit amount since the 40s. But I think as we get further ahead, we'll be able to see a little bit more what the seawall was like. Okay, I'm glad I stopped. Whoa. So for the longest time, I thought the Canadian footage was from the Canada House, but no, the footage was right down here, and this is the exact house in the background. That's insane. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story behind this 5 centimeter gun. I actually muted the video because everything I said was incorrect. It turns out there's a more eerie part to the story that I honestly had no clue of. I'm actually going to read an eyewitness account. This is from a book called Normandy, Then and Now. An estimated 6 Canadian tanks were taken out. Tank fire brings out white flags from the German-held bunker, but as troops moved towards them, they opened fire again. More casualties, but nothing could stop the North Shore Regiment now. Their response when the German army waved white flags again is bombs and gunfire. The gun fired 70 shells on June 6. The shells were counted. The 3 gun crew were killed in the bunker, either by a Sherman 75mm tank shell or small arms fire. We really don't know. Their bodies remain in the bunker for 3 days, according to some civilian eyewitnesses. Okay, so this was an aerial photography photo that was taken after the fact. So as I'm zooming in here, you can see where the bunker was roughly, and note these trenches, these zigzag trenches here. Canadian soldiers who cleaned up WN-27 used a flamethrower in an underground bunker and burned 7 particularly vindictive infantrymen who refused to surrender. I believe where this incident took place was in those actual zigzag trenches that you saw in the picture. It's unbelievable stories like this that give you the bigger picture of what really occurred here on June 6th. The tank came up the street here and fired his gun. Second Lieutenant Weiss was only 24 years old when his P-47 Thunderbolt crashed off the coast, and eventually his plane came ashore right over there where that tourist office is, and between this gun. That's crazy. Alright, so we did a good little hike of Juno Beach today, and we're gonna head towards our Airbnb. I saw everything I wanted to see on the first day here. The second day we'll go probably inland and see some more cool stuff. So I'm just really glad to be here, and I'm really excited to experience all this. See, now the tide is high. So yesterday it was, I can walk all the way down the beach pretty much, but now it's all part of the English Channel. So I think tonight maybe we'll go down, I'm not sure. It's the first time I've seen high tide, so it's pretty cool. So right here is the original house from the picture, it looks like, and I think right here would have been the Canadian graves, or looks to be Canadian graves. This is another really cool picture of Canadians walking down a street, and this is actually the exact street. The reason you can tell, that house, it's the exact same. That is insane. This is a picture of the church in June of 44. This is it now. Wow. In this footage, you can see the town of Bernier-sur-Mer, and if you look even closely, you can see the actual church tower. So I thought that was pretty cool, figured I'd add it in. Today's the last day in Juneau. I'm just taking one more walk. I catch a bus at 2 or 11. I can't make up my mind yet which one I'm going to take, but just taking one last walk. I know I'll be back. I'll be back definitely. I'm honored to have the privilege to travel to Normandy, especially Juno Beach and Cannes, and it's something I'll never forget. And I hope I'm able to return in the near future so I can record some more history videos for you guys, because I enjoy doing these a lot. On that note, that's the end of the video, and thank you very much for watching, guys, and let's hope we can do more of these in the near future.